For most of us who lived in Braddock's, this place holds a special place in our hearts. Growing up in this little community was like taking a trip back in time. Braddock's was surrounded by the bay, several ponds, and the beautiful shoreline of Lake Ontario. It was a modest community back then, and for me, that's part of what made it so special. We had one neighborhood store, a restaurant, and a marina. If you had a bike and a few dollars, there was always Shaler's, a popular Hamburg hangout about 5-6 miles down the road. And whenever we could scrape up enough money to go to Shaler's, we all considered it a special treat.
This would have been.
Weekends in Braddock's were my favorite. I could often be found playing softball in the park or water skiing at Cranberry Pond. Failing that, you could bet I had a fishing pole in my hand. The sunsets were without a doubt the most beautiful I had ever seen. From the way the sun seemed to sink into the lake or how it turned the waters of the bay into a golden hue, it left you feeling so peaceful and fulfilled. No matter where your house was in Braddock's, the sound of the waves crashing along the shoreline would greet you each morning. I have a lot of memories of Braddock's, and I make several trips a year out to the old neighborhood. Not much has changed. The old store is still there and in operation. The Forest Hill restaurant is still open, and the marina is still as beautiful as I remember. What has changed, however, are the faces. So many of us have passed on. I'm not sure when Old Man Vocal passed, but I still remember how he would chase us kids off the front steps of the old store. How every Sunday he would pull out his old Ford Fairlane and head into town. I recall those times when us kids would make our way to the field to play football or softball. And I sure remember those late nights on the beach sitting at a campfire with our favorite girls. When I walk around Braddock's today, I can still recall the memories as if it was yesterday. From the smells of the water to the sounds of the waves, Braddock's will always hold a special place in my heart. Please enjoy the video as I take a walk through the old neighborhood.
Used to live down here, run the beach, play in the water all day long. A whole lot's changed except for all of us kids are obviously not here anymore. All grown up, kids of our own. And they're grown up, so it's been a lot of years. That's our old stomping grounds. Field up there where we used to play blubber ball. And I can't even count how many times I slept on this beach on a Saturday night. All the fun we had swimming, playing games. A lot of memories down here. And this would be Second Beach, as we so fondly called it. Sure, we'd usually have bonfires a little further away from the houses. Okay, I apologize, it's going to be a little bit shaky, but I'm just walking along. So there's First Beach. We're going to take a walk through the old neighborhood. This is Old Man Vocal's store. Oh, we had a lot of fun at this store. Hanging out, stealing penny candy when one of us would distract Old Man Vocal. He picked me up hitchhiking one day and actually apologized for us kids stealing. I said, I don't know if you knew or not. He laughed. He said, oh, I knew what you kids were doing. He said, I didn't care about you taking the candy. It was just all that noise you made on my front steps. He lived in the back of the house. Now we're going to head over to 3rd Avenue, see the house us kids lived in. Up here on the left, Number 121 would have been the house where us kids grew up. For a while, anyways. A lot of memories. A lot of memories there. That would have been my room up top. I can't even count the times we'd go out that front window and crawl over the top and go to the back of the house and hang out and suntan. Then once I got in trouble for doing that, I ended up putting a ladder at the side of the house and going out that window. That was how I snuck out at night. I wasn't a good kid, if you haven't figured that out yet. Other side of that fence would have been our house. Again, there was no fence there when we were kids. And that tree right there, that weeping willow tree. See if I can zoom in. That's where the baseball diamond would have been. See the sun setting out there over the bay, and that would be Braddock Bay. Now we're on 5th Avenue. And there's Gary Reuter's house. Well, that tree got big. I spent a lot of time here too. One of my best friends when I lived in Braddock's. The ball field again. Just a little short tour. Like I said, I had a lot of wonderful memories down here. I'm gonna end my video right here. Looking at the sunset that I had the pleasure of watching so many times back in the day. This very spot.